Well, the whole world is on an energy transition. Part of that process is obviously to provide the EV driver with a safe, efficient, effective, interesting charging on the go opportunity. Looking at the future, it's not just about the high powered chargers, it's about what goes with them. What's the amenity like? Are there restrooms? Are they clean and are they attractive? Is there a retail offer there? Is there good food? Is there good coffee? Is the site well lit? Is there CCTV? Does it feel safe? Is it a good location? All of these things create something which is much more than just an EV charging opportunity. It's a retail experience in many cases as well. And that's the direction of travel for the global industry, we feel. If you think about the liquid fuel supply chain when it first started, 120 years ago, it was very immature and it had a long way to develop, and in many ways it's still developing. But by the same measure, if you look at the EV charging value chain, which is developing globally, this is early days, it's quite immature. And at the moment, it's often quite difficult to understand quite what's coming. So what we want to provide is a much clearer picture as to where we're going, and that helps, it helps the whole industry.
EV drivers, what they really want is just to be able to tap and go in a very simple way. And what they want to use is what they already have on their wallets. And even in Europe, we see that 67% of EV drivers would like to use their credit or debit card for the charging session. We acknowledge that the customer experience today isn't optimum, so we are leveraging open loop payments to enhance greater convenience, also to address interoperability challenges that we see in the industry, but also to harness transaction data so that we allow greater and smarter business decision making. We want to simplify the EV drivers and the fleet drivers' life by providing them one single card through which they can spend all their mobility expenses. And also what we intend through that product is to enhance additional data in the transaction flow so that the fleet drivers, fleet managers, they have greater visibility of their spend tracking, they have usage flexibility, but more importantly, they have a more robust management for their fleets.
Vontier's business is about providing critical technologies to the mobility infrastructure. Think about all the underlying infrastructure needed to keep vehicles moving smoothly, safely, sustainability, and that includes a set of multi-fuel solutions. We provide critical infrastructure for gasoline, diesel, CNG, hydrogen, and electrification. And so we are very interested in moving forward to see the penetration of EV in the world. So I think it is important to, as we see more and more people come up with new formats, new ways of serving the public to increase adoption. So that's why we're very interested in fostering this level of interest and people thinking about how do we not only engender interest, but also increase adoption through the availability of accessible infrastructure. That's really our primary interest in this. At the same time, we believe there are a number of problems to be solved as we think about this infrastructure that we believe we can solve with our solutions.
We are a proud sponsor of the Best EV Hub in the World initiative. And by doing that, we believe that it's a great platform, a great space for all the participants, businesses, researchers, everyone to showcase what are the best EV hubs, and with that, what is the desired customer experience and what are the sustainable efforts with that. We also see it as a platform to share best practices and knowledge, raise public awareness, and at the end of the day, to help grow the industry, which is very important to us.
As we think about increasing EV adoption and moving from early adopters to mass adoption, it is very important for the availability of really well laid out formats and forecourts for EV charging. And the best EV hub in the world competition is meant to engender that kind of creativity, thinking, and providing what is accessible to consumers.
Everybody has something to learn here. Nobody's certain that they've got it absolutely right. I mean, obviously some investors, some CPOs, some roadside retailers, have figured out many aspects of this, but I think everybody would agree that nobody's entirely sure about what the future looks like. They're just looking for ways to move towards it. So I think, take part in what is a competition, be part of the future, be part of best EV hub in the world.